Hello, welcome to this Joyful Living series. One of the things that trend is the celebration of success. Of course, no one celebrates failure, and that says a lot. That failure is often considered negative and therefore kept out of the scene. But a lot of prominent people who have succeeded in life experienced a lot of failures and disappointments on the way to success. Some were fired from dozens of jobs, others failed in businesses, experienced hardships, lost friends and partners, and went through a lot of hurdles before emerging victorious. At the moment of celebration, the focus is always on the success, and rarely do people have time to go through the success story, the whole process the person went through to become successful. As a result of the constant emphasis on success, without the story behind it, people often fail to reflect on the process and so lose the important message behind the success. In this video, I want to show you the very thing that helped most successful men and women to attain the height they reached. By following the same principle, you will be on the right path to success. Quest for quick success and its celebration tend to influence people to think that virtually every other person is doing very well, that life is such a bed of roses without thorns. While it is important to celebrate success, it is equally important to understand that for every good performance, there are a series of practices. And for every success, there were periods of hard work. The problem is that some people, by focusing on the beautiful side of life on social media, get discouraged when facing struggles, thinking that while every other person is having it easy, they are the only ones going through tough times. They are the unlucky ones. But that is obviously not true. Everyone longs to be successful, and that is what I wish you. But success is not just dropped from above. People could be lucky, win a lottery, get connected, and find easier ways to attain certain goals. But no matter what your starting point is, there will always be a time you will face obstacles and adversities and need to hold on rather than give up. The ability to hold on in such moments, to remain resolute, firm, and unwavering is called steadfastness. Steadfastness is a great quality, a virtue that both drives and anchors most successes in life. Be it in your career, relationship, or more importantly, your spiritual journey, you need the virtue of steadfastness to see you through. Some common synonyms of steadfast, such as constant, faithful, loyal, resolute, and staunch, shed more light on the practical implication of being steadfast in whatever a person is engaged in. They also show that steadfastness is not just about standing firm and unwavering in times of trouble, but also includes the resolution to be faithful and loyal to your chosen cause or engagement all through the way. Obviously, we live in a time of quick results. virtually everything can be done quickly with one click. Fast food, email, speedy internet, online order, quick money, whatever. Yet, there are things that require a person to go through an entire process. Things without shortcuts. You can learn a task in a day, but you need time to grow in your knowledge of the various aspects of it in order to do it better. You can experience love at first sight, but you need time, commitment, and steadfastness to build genuine relationship. You can as well experience miracle in an instant, but you equally need time, commitment, and steadfastness to understand and properly live the Christian spirituality. All these come with moments of difficulty and trials that require you to remain steadfast rather than give up. One of the major problems of the modern time is the ability to remain steadfast. People pick up a job and in a few months they're already getting dissatisfied. You watch some people get into business. Within a year, they are already complaining. I want to change to something else. The same happens with friendships, relationships, and marriages. Even religious affiliations and spiritual practices are picked up and dropped almost the same way that footballers change clubs. People chase miracles and quick actions in virtually everything rather than focusing on getting depth, genuine, and durable. The moment things start getting boring, people want to quit and look for something else. The excitement must never stop. But is that realistic in real life situations where one needs to walk through an entire process to achieve one's goals? Looking at history, I'm going through the success story of most inventors and influential persons. We can easily see that everything that has lasted took time to develop. Every invention came at the price of constant effort, firmness, struggle in the face of challenges and adversities. The refusal to give up, even when it seems to be hopeless, is at the foundation of great success in life. If you want to be successful, try removing any idea of giving up on your list. Let it not be part of the options. That alone will focus your attention on doing everything possible to succeed, because the moment you give up, everything you have done up to that point will lose its true worth. Change can be good, but constant change does not allow for depth. There are things that need to be constant in life to keep one on a balance. When anniversaries, jubilee, or even graduations are celebrated, they call to mind years of hard work, joys and pains, disappointments and success. Both are always the sides of the same coin. The history of Christianity is simply a story of steadfastness. Right from the passion of Jesus Christ, the persecution of the early church, and the various hurdles that believers pass through to preserve the faith is what makes it available to the modern time. Steadfastness remains the virtue that will see the believer to the end, and the reward is incalculable. Talking about the importance of steadfastness in the last days, Jesus said in Matthew 24, verse 13, "The one who stands firm to the end will be saved." Irrespective of what you have chosen to commit to, so long it is noble, there will certainly be some challenges to face at some point. The ability to remain steadfast and walk through the process is the secret of enduring success. All you need to do is to keep your eyes on the goal, brace for action, and remain committed. Take the encouragement of Paul in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse 58. He wrote, "Therefore, my dear brothers and sisters, stand firm. Let nothing move you. Always give yourselves fully to the work of the Lord, because you know that your labor in the Lord is not in vain." May you receive sufficient divine and human encouragement in times of difficulty to help you remain steadfast to the end. Thanks for watching.